Yo, I'm at a back call, so I felt I'd make another video for y'all, man. Try to motivate y'all. Love's one hell of a drug, ain't it? It'll have you doing some crazy ass shit. Right? Blowing up motherfuckers' phones and just crazy ass off the wall shit, right? But the problem is, it's not love that's making you do that. See, we need to learn how to decipher what love is and what emotions is and what bullshit is and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I told this anonymous chick, well, the other girl tried to tag me, thought I was going to jump on her side. I don't know neither one of these chicks, to be honest. I'm just using this as an example because I know people watching this video can use this shit. I just try to tell her, you already had dude. Stop letting her make you think that she's so much happier with the guy that you already had. A leopard don't change its fucking stripes, and if it does change the stripes, probably got worse stripes. What do I mean? Imagine a man coming up saying, look, I got your girl, ha 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 ha. You know what I'm gonna think? There might be a little bit of saltiness, like, man, fuck y'all, right? But I will remember, like, everything that person did to me. And if you want me to believe that everything they did to me, they're not going to do to you, they're probably going to be worse to you. So in other words, if this man played this woman for that woman, right, he's going to do the same thing to her. So she has to sit back and ask herself, outside of her emotions, what did you really lose? Nothing. It's just the emotions. It's just the fact that you've been through a lot with the person. But here's the kicker that people often forget about. That dude that you think you love in your little mind or whatever, the person that keeps popping up and you keep remembering about them and all that, right? That triggers you. That's not even who they are. Who they are is who they showed you who they are. Who they are is who they showed you. I know that sounds funny. Who they are is who they showed you. That's not. See, a lot of times people are wearing masks, so you fall in love with the mask of who they are instead of who they really are. So when y'all break up, you still in love with the person that probably doesn't even exist and never did. They definitely don't exist now because they done showed you who they are. So even if they switched up, the person doesn't exist anymore. And more than likely, they probably never existed. That's hard to believe, I know. But if you look back at a lot of y'all exes, maybe not all of them, but most of them, that person that you love probably was not them, man. So you in love with somebody that does not fucking exist. Or you're mourning over somebody that doesn't exist. And more than likely, this is how I see it. If a woman plays me and leaves me for another man, I'm not going to feel bad. I mean, yeah, I'm going to feel bad because you was attached to the person, but that's in your emotions. But mentally, nah, because she going to do the same thing to him. She going to do the same thing to him. So that woman, whatever is in her mind that makes her feel like she's missing out on some great guy, it's the devil in her ear, man. And she probably is missing out on a great guy that she's not even paying attention to because she's worried about that motherfucker. That's how it be, man. When somebody got you hurt or some shit like that, you not even paying attention to other people. And that's usually when the right people come in your life. But you ignore them. That's how the devil maneuvers, man. He know when good people are about to come in your life, so let me distract them over here. Let me make them worry about their ex that already been exposed as a liar or a cheater or whatever, right? It's not worth it, man. It's easier said than done. But every time you get into that emotional space, for one, remember, the person you're emotionally thinking about probably don't even exist. That's probably not who they are. And two, you just got to logically snap out of it. Until you get emotionally enough to where you don't fall in that space anymore. You're going to keep falling in that space. Even if you know that's not who they are. Even if you know, all right, I know my ex is not who he or she, who I love. That's not who they are. You're going to still fall back in that space. You know why? Because your mind has been trained to believe that's who they are for so long. Like, you with somebody for 5 years and that's the perception of them, what you see. That's why when they cheat, you go right back to the perception of what you see instead of who they are. You don't want to accept that perception of who they are. And even if you try to accept it, you're still going to go back to who you thought they was, because your mind has been trained to believe that's who they are for so long. You had to break that cycle, man. And once you break that cycle, you say you didn't see them for a year or something. You got them blocked. When they call, when they call, you might be tempted to talk to them or something, but then you remind yourself, nah, I can't. I know who they are now. I can't talk to them. I know who they are. They try to play me. They lied to me. They try to steal from me. They left me for another woman or man. Stop letting the devil lie to y'all, make you think that you missing out on something. How the fuck you missing out on something when the Most High already brought you out of it? God exposed who they was, he or she was, brought you out of it, and now you letting the devil convince you that you missing something? Sound like the damn Israelites when they got brought out of the damn thing with Moses. They wanted to go back to Pharaoh. That's what people are doing. You want to go back to where the Most High brought you from. And as a woman, you're probably missing out on a lot of good dudes. Worry about one dude because you feel, because in your mind, he's got you believing that he's somebody he's not. Your mind made you believe that he's somebody he's not, but you find out in reality that he is not what you thought he was, but it's still in your mind that he is this person, but he's really not. Does that make sense? So every time you fall into that emotional space of this is who my ex is, this good person that I love, that's not who he is. You got to snap back out of that. And it is, as long as you keep fighting that, you know what I mean, and making yourself understand that you're not missing out on shit, and the person who got them ain't got nothing special, you'll be all right. There's a reason why when you break up with somebody, there's a reason why they with somebody else and you single, dealing with the pain and shit. Why? Why you single dealing with the pain and the trauma and they with somebody else already? Because you was the real one. They wasn't. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, well, you knew I was going to break up. That's why. Nah, bullshit. If you really love somebody like that, ain't no fucking way you with somebody else that quick. You might talk to them and shit, but in a whole nother relationship? Come on, man. That shit don't happen. Because you can't. Even if you wanted to, you can't do it. Can you meet people and get to know them? Yeah, you can do that. But to be in a whole full-blown relationship after you just left one, that's bullshit, man. That means that person was on some bullshit already. They been gone. They been gone, man. The problem is we think when we in a relationship with somebody, the problem is if our perception in our heart is not who they are, it's going to be hard to break that perception. You know what I mean? Again, if in a man's mind for 10 years, this is his wife, she loves me, she'll never cheat on me or nothing, right? And then he finds out she's cheating. Yeah, he knows that, okay, I know it. I've seen that she cheated. But his mind still is trained for 10 years to believe that she's not this. So he's going to have to fight with that shit back and forth for a long time. Every time he thinks that, man, I miss her, she's this, he got to remind himself, no, she's not this. But she said I had her heart. No, you didn't have her heart because she proved that you didn't. Let's say you're talking to somebody for a couple months. They say you got their heart. But just like that, they back with their ex or something. You got to remind yourself in your mind that that person that you thought had your heart, you had their heart, that's not true. Obviously that's not who they really are at that. So what else was they lying about? Because how can somebody have your heart and you just run away that quick? It don't happen that way. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna get with a woman, you got my heart, and then run back to an ex. Nah, it don't work that way. So somebody's lying. So when you fall into that emotional thinking about that person of a special way, you gotta remind yourself they're not that special. Because if they was, you wouldn't even be in that situation. If he was so damn special, she wouldn't be arguing with some girl on Facebook. You know what I mean? Ain't no way in hell I'm not going to take up for the other girl. Because I already know what time it is, man. Now, some of y'all might say, well, maybe she fucked up and he found a better woman. Again, how do you jump ship that quick into a full-blown another relationship? How? Because I've had to leave exes alone. And I didn't just say, and I know in my heart they was wrong. What ultimately made me leave. I ain't gonna say that they was always wrong and I was always right. But what ultimately made me leave them, I know in my heart they was wrong. So why didn't I just jump in and get another relationship that quick? You know why? Because I actually cared. So if that guy, that girl is worried about so fucking much, if he actually cared, he wouldn't even be letting his new girlfriend talk to his ex like that. Even if I don't talk to my ex, I don't want my new girlfriend arguing with my ex. What you worry about? You ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm with you now. You see? But you know, toxic motherfuckers love that. They love when people fight over them and all that shit, man. And who knows? He might even be lying to the new girl about the ex. She won't leave me alone, baby. I tried to leave her alone. Meanwhile, he's still fucking her too. This is how people get down, man. You gotta learn how to walk away from relationships, man. And you gotta learn how to leave people alone. It don't matter how much it bothers you. And the reason why it's bothering you a lot, see, a lot of people, their relationship's already done. They just won't leave it. And the reason why they won't leave it is because their mindset is still stuck in that mindset of being trained to believe that this relationship is going to last forever and it's the best thing ever, right? Just like I said earlier. But when some shit happens, they don't want to accept the shit that happened. So they rather go back in their mind and they allow their mind to drift them back into the lie instead of the truth. The truth is, I caught her in the bed last night with another guy. Right? If I don't want to accept that, and then a couple of weeks or months go by and I'm still talking to her, she's still in the house with me and all that, I'm gonna keep letting my mind drift back to what happened, or to how it was before, the lie. No, I'll never forget, of course, you're not gonna forget what people do. But you'll accept it more. You'll believe the lie more. You'll love to live the lie more because it feels better. It feels better than the fact that, man, this motherfucker played me. I got to leave them alone and be by myself for a while. It feels better than that. So motherfuckers don't do it. But they should do it. Because what you're doing is you're cheating yourself, man. You're cheating yourself. I'm telling you, God got you. Y'all don't realize that God is the one to expose the person doing you wrong. I got to get you out of here. This person doing you wrong. Y'all don't understand, man. But y'all rather believe the devil. So you're going to go back to the ex or whatever, and it's going to be worse. Every time you go back, it's worse. Because eventually God gets what he wants. If that's not his plans, eventually I'm going to keep beating your head until you leave them alone. I'm going to make you leave them alone. You don't want to leave them alone? Yeah, I guess I got to put a kid. Y'all going to have a kid now. I'm going to make you leave that person alone one way or the other because it's not in his will. So you better off just leaving it alone when it's exposed. All right, she's dealing with another man. Goodbye. Don't matter how much it hurts. It's going to hurt them way more in the end than you. If you the right person, they the wrong one always gets shitted on way worse in the end. You get shitted on now, no doubt about it. But your shit light shit. They about to get a whole fucking dump truck dumped on their shit. That's what it is. And another thing this girl got to realize is, even if that dude did come back, she's not going to feel the same about him. After fighting with other women, you didn't slept with other women. It's not the same relationship. And it definitely ain't the same person that you thought they was. So after a woman cheats on me, I can try to forget and all that shit, but I know deep down inside, you let another man have what was only supposed to be me. You actually liked another guy. You went off and liked another guy. How can I be happy accepting you back? I feel like you're a bitch. That's why, even though I have took exes back for doing that shit, in the end I left. I had to. Because it's not right, dog. All you think about is, man, I ain't even supposed to be here. How am I still here? This person don't even deserve me. Why am I still here? You just start thinking about, like, man, this person don't deserve me. God told me to leave a long time ago. And if I don't leave, it's just going to get worse. Mess around and have a kid by a woman that don't even want you. She already cheated on you. You know what I mean? You go back like a dummy, right? Because you don't want to just accept it like, fuck it. I found out she cheated today. That's it. You don't want to accept that, though, because that don't feel good. It feels better to go back to the lie that you was believing, right? So that's what you do. But the problem is it can get worse. You can have kids by the woman, or she can have kids by another person, and you be raising that kid. When really you could have just walked away, dealt with your feelings, and became free and found somebody way better one day. And even if you don't find nobody way better, you'll find self-love, and that's definitely way better than bullshit, fake-ass love. That's what people don't get. Self-love is underrated like a motherfucker. Because a lot of people don't love themselves. That's why it don't feel good to them. It only feels good if somebody else loves me. But when I love myself, it's just not enough. That's crazy. Then another person allowed the breakup to make them want to probably get away using drugs and shit. Can't do that. Because now you're losing yourself because you lost somebody. You can't do that. What you got to do is find things to do to improve. You're going to be angry when you break up with somebody, right? But anger could be used in a good way or a bad way. You see what I mean? I'm mad that me and her broke up. I'm about to work 7 days a week. I'm about to start hitting the gym, or I'm gonna work on a project. I'm gonna write a book, whatever. I'm gonna become a better version of myself. And everybody that shitted on me gonna have to regret that shit later in life. You can use that as motivation to become better. Don't use it in a way of nobody wants me, life's over, I want to die. That's not a good thing because it can get very ugly very quick. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find the strength to want to do better. Because sometimes when you lose somebody, you don't care about yourself no more. And that's the problem. That's why people need to find self-love before they even get in a relationship with somebody, to be honest. And honestly, I don't think relationships will work until both people have found that single time in their life where they found self-love. Because once they have self-love, everything the partner does for me, it's enough. But if I don't have self-love, everything the partner does for me will never be enough. I'm always going to want more. Even though they could be doing everything in the world for me, still not going to be enough. Because I don't have that self-love within. Just like you can have billions of dollars. If you don't have self-love and happiness, well, then them $1 billion ain't gonna mean shit. Right? But what if you had self-love and happiness and $1 billion? Man, now you talking. Now you fucking on cloud 9 in life, you know what I'm saying? Same thing. Now apply that shit to relationships. Both people literally found self-love within themselves, and now they love each other. They don't get no better than that. Don't get no better than that, man. People who love themselves love people too. That's another thing. And hurt people hurt people. But y'all just gotta understand, man, let a hoe be a hoe. That's woman or man. Let them be who they want to be. That's what you want to be. Okay, that's who you are. It is what it is. Don't worry about it, man. And stop letting women make you feel like they got something better and you already had them motherfucker. That's the crazy part. Ain't no man gonna ever make me feel a certain way about no ex. You can't. I don't give a fuck if you got married. And plus, you know what? I'm the type of motherfucker that all I ever wanted them to be was happy anyway. So if I didn't make you happy and you found happiness within somebody else, then it don't matter to me because I always wanted you to be happy anyway. I don't want somebody to be with me that's not happy with me. That's settling. That's them settling. And if they are settling, I'm settling because they're not going to give me their all. You get what I'm saying? If somebody is settling for you, then you're settling by default because you're not getting their all. Or maybe they are giving you their all right now, but they still feel like they're settling. So when somebody comes along that they really want, they're gone. Which probably what happened with dude. Now that I think about it. But I get it. It makes you feel like you're not good enough and the other girl is so much special and all this bullshit. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's rare that a special woman is just going to be willing to get that seriously involved with a man that just got out of a relationship. Ain't no fucking way. She might fuck with him, but she ain't going to be that serious with the dude yet. Because special women care about themselves. They have self-love, remember? So if you have self-love, you're going to be cautious of that. I even had a girl once tell me she'll leave right now. I forget how she said it. She said she will leave him right now. Or some shit. Something. Basically. Asking me like, if I leave him right now, will you be with me basically? I told that girl, I said, I don't want you to leave him for me. I want you to leave for yourself. Because if she leaves for me, she's definitely going back. But if she leaves for herself, which is going to take time anyway, right? That's the correct way to do it. You leave him for me. 2 months, you're going to think about that person because you're human. You're going to miss the person, all that shit. Fuck all that shit, man. Right? But that girl's got to get over that, man. She ain't missing nothing. The lies in her head of what she thought and believed it was with the dude is what she's missing. But that's not reality. A lot of times it don't even be the woman or the man that motherfuckers miss. It's the times that they shared and the thoughts and feelings that they thought was real about the person. Not on the side of how they felt, but who the perception. See, the feelings for a person could be real. But the perception could not be real. But if you really think about it, if the perception of them is not real, and once you accept that, that means your feelings for somebody, it can't be real for them. I mean, I guess it can be, but it's somebody that doesn't exist. That's not who they are, basically. So in other words, I love my wife. She doesn't cheat or nothing. But 10 men then fuck looking at you dumb. Like, dude, I fucked your girl, your wife, or whatever. You see, his feelings for the girl is real, but at the same time, they're not real because that's not who she is. And once he finds that out, he has to accept that and accept the feelings, the real feelings of, damn, she don't love me. She just played me, basically. or whatever. I was her beta male provider, not her alpha male provider. And sometimes y'all just gotta accept that this is just who some people are. But I know personally it's gonna make you feel like, especially as a woman, it's gonna make you feel like you wasn't good enough. And this other girl is so special and blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, a leopard is a leopard. And what he did to you, he's gonna do to the next person. You're not special. You know what I mean? Or she's not special, should I say. She's not special. The other girl. Even if she is special, she's still dealing with the type of ex that did you dirty. So at the end of the day, it don't fucking matter. It don't even matter. So let's say an ex of mine got a special person. Okay, more than likely she gonna fuck it up anyway because I was a special person. I didn't do it wrong. So like if you was a good person to a woman or man and they got somebody else good, what makes you think they not gonna fuck that up either? Like there's some magic pill or some shit that's gonna make them act right? Nah, because if it was, they wouldn't have fucked it up with you. If you know that you really didn't do nothing that bad to make them motherfuckers do what they did, what makes you think the next motherfucker is going to be able to stop that somehow? You know what I mean? It's a front. It's not real. It's not real. It's only the Cinderella stage. Motherfuckers be neglecting the kid by you and then moving with her and take care of her kids and the kid they had together. But it's only a matter of time. You know what I mean? Karma has to be served. Karma can't be served by you sometimes. In other words, somebody do you dirty, right? Karma coming, but it's not going to be with you. A lot of y'all want the karma to be you. You know, they hurt you, so I want them to hurt me. Nah. Karma got a nice, juicy, perfect person for them to crush they shit. That's just how it works. Why you think Jay-Z said, I'm scared to this day? Paranoid. Right? Because all the women he said he played, right? Now the perfect Beyonce he liked so much could be the karma in the end. It wouldn't work if it was the ones he played. He don't care about them, right? So if a woman or man don't really fuck with you or care about you, you can't be their karma because they don't give a fuck about you. It has to be somebody that they like, and then it's gonna happen that way, how they did you. So either way, like even if he came back, she's not gonna want him. You know what I mean? Or even if he is doing so good for this other girl or whatever, eventually it'll catch up to him if he did you dirty. She'll do him dirty. That's just the way it works, man. But I believe, without even knowing who they really are, I believe he just went to somebody else. And he probably just gonna go to the next. He's nobody, basically. She worried about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? She letting the devil get in her head for no reason. She deserved better. But she gotta get over that dude first. You know what I'm saying? So she can be happy again. And the best way to do that is self-improve. Fuck what they got going on over there. You know what I mean? Use that anger for motivation and fuel to become a better woman. Or if you a man going through this, use that shit for motivation. That's what I did. What, over a year and a half ago, almost? I said, fuck it, I'm gonna start working 6 days. That shit worked. And it self-improved my life a whole lot. And if I ever go through a heartbreak again, I'm just gonna find things to do. Oh, I'm not good enough for you? Watch this. Now everybody got to pay in the end. I'm gonna make everybody eat their words and thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the motivation. That's just how I see it. I've been doing that shit all my life. Like Michael Jordan getting cut in fucking high school. Oh, I'm not good enough, right? Watch this. I'm going to become Michael Jordan, the best ever. He needed that. Everything that happened to you that's bad ain't always bad. A lot of times it's a blessing in disguise, man. For instance, a while back, there's this place, before they gave us big raises here, there's a milk place that pays more. And I always tried to go there, but I would pray before I got there, like, don't let it happen if it's not meant to be. And I couldn't understand why. I'm like, I got more experience than them and everything. Why the fuck did I get hired on here? Now I see why. I see why now. See what I mean? This is what I mean. Bad thing. Back then that was a bad thing to me. Like, man, I can't get hired, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm glad it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm still here. This is just how life is sometimes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You could even throw in the car that I got before I actually bought that car. I kept wondering, like, why the fuck I can't find it? Now I see why, because once I got the perfect deal on the car I got, same car, but them deals before was not as good. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It could be as small as people rejecting you, or why I'm not having a wife yet, or anything. You know, sometimes you just gotta live life and stop worry about the small shit. Stop letting the devil pick at your ass, man, because he will. He will, man. You can have a million blessings and he'll find one blessing that you don't got and dangle it in your face so you ignore the other blessings that you got going on in your life. Basically, slapping God in the face, basically. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. What T.I. say? Stop looking at the things you don't got and be happy for the things you do got. Somebody don't got a leg and shit. And motherfuckers on Facebook crying over some man or woman that cheated on them or something. But you got people out here on a hospital bed about to die and shit. Fuck that shit, y'all. Straight up, man. Straight up. It's all in your mind, man. Once you get out your mind, it's going to keep coming, but you got to keep fighting it. Because that's all it is thoughts. It's like fighting demons is basically what it is. Like, don't you miss her? She did this, and she's probably giving him good head and this and all that bullshit. Yeah, but she cheats. So what you mean, right? Fuck out of here, right? Yeah, I mean, you're gonna think like, man, they probably doing this or that with this person. But at the end of the day, what good is it if they still doing that person like they did you? Don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here.